This is Karen Lee Pover with Black River Technical College, and I want to give you some information about some common gradebook problems that occur in the 1.9 gradebook as of right now. There's several options that don't calculate correctly, and there's other things that can cause problems for you. So the two items that don't calculate correctly in your class are the checklist and the attendance module. Right here is an example of the checklist. I'm just in categories and items at the top of the page. Here's the checklist. It's out of 100 points, which for some crazy reason you can't change. But now what's going to happen is automatically when students start updating their checklist, they're going to start receiving a partial credit. So if I have 10 items on my checklist and they check off 2 of those items, then they have a 20%, and that grade is figuring automatically in their grade. Same thing happens with the attendance module. If they attend 2 out of 10 sessions, even though the other 8 sessions haven't happened yet, they have a 20% for their attendance. So those 2 items mess up your grading almost right away. So what you need to do to solve this problem is certainly use those items if they're helpful to you, but just hide them so they're not included in the students' grade totals, and so students don't see them and get confused. So just click on the I and hide those items. So you can see right here that my I is hidden. This checklist is hidden on the gradebook only. And now students can't see this checklist because it's grayed out. Plus, when items are grayed out or hidden, as you remember from previous lessons, those items no longer are included in the student's total. If you do want them to be included, you have to open the I. Now that was the attendance module and the checklist. This page shows you an example of what the attendance module can look like. I set up an attendance session for a Monday-Wednesday class for 4 weeks, and this is what we have. You would edit it and have students in here and make some changes. Again, the total is incorrect. Now the feature that can cause you lots of problems is the calculate button, and a lot of faculty feel like they want to use a calculate button, but if we set up our gradebooks right, you never have to use it and we won't run into the problems that it presents. The calculate button comes from this calculator here. If you click on it, you can manually change the calculation for your class. However, most faculty will set the calculate button and then they forget to change anything. So items that they want to include in the class, which they forgot to add to the calculation, aren't calculated in the student's grade, and the student's grade's wrong. So the best thing to do is to not use the calculate button. Instead, set up your course correctly in the first place, or get with Regina and me, and we will certainly help you figure out the best way to have your information so you have to interact with this kind of situation as infrequently as possible.